Hey, welcome back YouTube, and here we go with more of what appears to be the introduction to Heavensward. We're here to talk with Emmerich. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Iceheart and her heretics have much to answer for. Yes, we are but recently returned from the gates of judgment ourselves. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you would prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphinaud, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian. Oh, what an introduction. May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. An impressive title, though I confess I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and may thus contend with any Dravinian. Flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. If ever I was without equal, I am no longer, as my fellow Azure Dragoon here will attest. Be at ease, MSQ. I did not come to challenge you this day. Well, now that we have all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Iceheart's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault on the gates. It would seem that Lady Iceheart and the Dravinians share a common goal, reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Nidhogg, one of the 7 great worms. His name features prominently in your nation's history, though once defeated by the hero Haldreth, the beast is said to have terrorized Kurthus since Ishgard's founding. Aye, many of the scars of our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldreth plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard and one possessed of untold power. Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength, and then no wall or ward we could erect would be stout enough to deny him. My vengeful son hath waged war against Ishgard for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See. But those stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics. The dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the great worms. They who spend centuries in slumber, only to wake and resume their campaign as if mere hours had passed. It has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike at the gates. You believe that Lady Iceheart is in league with the creature, then? Of what we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covert the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. Such questions aside, we must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. It's a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You have described your plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander, yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter. I fail to see why we should intervene in a conflict which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. When the Eorzean Alliance requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, refused us. Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that now we risk our lives in your private war? I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what would follow were Ishgard to fall. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Korthos would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garleans' arrival, that is, or you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to claim Korthos. They would not even have to draw steel. An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona. 7 hells. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great war may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorzea will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone. Nor did I ever think you would. Now, on the matter of the roar, allow me, Sir Emmerich. Through the power of the Eye, I have become the vessel of Nidhogg's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood. Fear not, I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you, and the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wheresoever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice. And the worm who roared was Nidhogg, aye. He means to hurl his horde against the Danafin's collar, shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There can be no doubt, the worm has summoned his minions to war. Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in common cause. Sir Emmerich was more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give no quarter when one's home is at stake. But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to its outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed. If we're to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon. Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our reports of the antecedent.
Alphino, it is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
Sounds grim. Oh, you got the Crystal Braves here too. Of course, of course.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Shorn of its walls, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
all those people.
Alphino is right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls, all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Let there be no ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war. But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go. The path we now embark upon is perilous, but I pray you will walk with us to the end. For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Okay. I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. Small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support, I leave to Alphanode. For you, my friend, a different task awaits. I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege. It's funny because this is now a solo instance. I would also have you consider the matter of our own security. Revidence Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Korthus. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Ray briefs Slaffborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. Frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary. Before you leave, might I suggest that you have Tartar accompany you? He has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter. God, that was wordy, Minfilia. Killing me. We are rather close to Korthus, aren't we? We'd best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go. I have 101 things to discuss with Slaffborn. I appreciate the warning. If war is coming to Korthus, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I am certain headquarters will say the same. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at this siege. That said, each adventurer is of course free to do as he or she will. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, and you might try your luck here in Revenant's Toll. I dare say there are a few stout souls about town who will answer your call to arms. Let's get started, shall we? We have a town to rouse. Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes. I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard. Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess, but that ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. I need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Alamigo by the name of Wilfred was there with the Fourth that day, and I want to know if you've seen him since. Have you? Damn it, I feared as much. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole. But that ain't all. Around the time Wilfred stopped turning up for duty, black market weapons went missing from our vault in Old So now, of course, half the brave suspect the lad of making off with the goods. Folk like to believe our company is a disciplined fighting force, but as you and me both know, it's no more than a motley collection of mercenaries, adventurers, and Grand Company veterans. The only thing as binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That's the steady pay. Now, compared to most others in this crew, Wilfred's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves, but the boy's got passion. When he talked about being a guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type. And then, and this is just between you and me, there's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me about something queer he'd noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves' numbers not adding up. Aye, there's a villain at the end of this trail I've stumbled upon, and I'll bet me good eye it ain't young Wilfred. Any road, you've got a war to wage, so I'll let you get on. I just thought someone should know. I'll see you. So, I hope Wilfred's okay, though. Like, despite all that nonsense with him at Little Alamigo, I still like Wilfred. I hope he's good. So Ishgard seeks sellswords to bolster its ranks, eh? Though I'm not sure I like the sound of this siege, those nobles will surely be generous with their rewards. But I have pledged myself to guard Revenant's Toll. Modest work though it is, I am loath to break the terms of my contract. To do what to do. This might... Oh, they're in here. Volunteer my services in the defense of Ishgard? I think not. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I do not mean to offer them mine. 'Twas to escape such a fate that I took upon the mantle of adventure in the first place. I would sooner die in the pursuit of fortune than huddled behind an icy wall. Sell me blade to the Ishgardians. Well, dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the coin was good. I've worked for one of them knights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody hockey did. Still, I'd put up with worse than that for a heavy purse. There you are. So, did you sway any hearts? 1 or 2, eh? Well, added to mine, that makes 3 or 4, not including Slathborn's friends. We won't have the largest company in the army, but I'd say one Revenant's Toll veteran is worth a dozen clanking knights at least. Oh, I've been so caught up with recruiting that I almost forgot. There's been word from Alphanode. Apparently, the Alliance leaders are convening in Ul'dah to discuss Ishgard's plight, and they've requested your presence, as usual. Anyway, you best make your way to Ul'dah or you'll be late. Alphanode said that he would meet you on the Royal Promenade. We'll see you there. My apologies for calling you away from your tasks. I had hoped to proceed with these negotiations one leader at a time, but it seems my urgent requests for an audience have prompted a gathering of the council. Needless to say, I felt obliged to attend. The Alliance leaders are already seated within. Let's join them.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Ul'dah has none.
Gridania does not object.
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alphino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many.
Yeah, you little shit.
We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
I really dislike Alphanode.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Teleji Adeleji and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
No one is cowering, boy.
Yeah,
We'll offer
boy.
what we can.
Very God of War. Boy. Oh, tell him to sit his ass down.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, she said the thing.
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords? Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
My duty is to my country and my people.
Alphanode wouldn't
If you
understand that. He
expect
doesn't
us
have
to
a
place
country.
the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed.
Boy.
Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Oh, man. I love the spanking they're giving Alphanode right now, politically. Because they're right.
Forgive me.
He's just having a little tantrum.
I was careless in my choice of words.
No, you're just a child.
I suggest you assemble a party of elite adventurers, assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again. If I may, Your Grace, I wish to propose a redistribution of forces. If we entrust the security of Ul'dah to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard Grace?
How's she gonna feel about that?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
What's going on there?
Is her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Just me and you, my guy. Okay, never mind. Just me. Solo. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into the leading of an contingent of adventurers on yet another mission of inestimable danger. Can you? But I fear we have been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Harshiffon and Sir Emmerich to their fate. Must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as Eorzean Guardians. Captain Ilbert, what news? Then the assault is begun. We have but this moment concluded our audience with the Alliance leaders. Move our forces into position. Your unit will join House Durandare at the Steel Vigil. Man the cannons alongside the knights and thin the Dravinian horde ere they descend upon Rishgard. Will join you as soon as I am able. MSQ, I would have you and your adventure allies bolster the defenses at the Steps of Faith. Report first to Sir Masterlin at the Gates of Judgment, and he will direct you where you are needed most. May the gods grant us victory. Gotta go zoom. Sorry if I stumbled upon some words. See you in a sec. You are the appointed captain of the Sellsword contingent? Then welcome. There's no shortage of blade work to be done. As we speak, Dravinian skirmishing parties are harrying positions across the Central Highlands. I've assigned the Crystal Braves and your fellow adventurers to contain these scattered attacks, and for the present I would have you join them. This is, of course, merely a precursor to the assault on Ishgard proper. The wily serpents seek to divide and confuse our forces, but we will not be so easily drawn out of position. The Temple Knights will remain on the Steps of Faith and continue our preparations. When the Horde arrives in force, it shall face a wall of Ishgardian steel. Report back to me once their advanced skirmishes are slain. Still on warrior? Yeah. I love that I have little Midgard somewhere following me around. It's ironic. Oh, do we not report back to you? Hold up. Where are we supposed to? Way over there. All right. See you in a sec. Board commander. Beefy fella. Okay, I think now we go back to guide the bridge. What news, adventure? Reinforcements? Decimated, you say? Ravanian devils, damn their scaly hides. Hold fast to your grief and fury, sir. We will avenge the deaths of your fellows in the battle to come. Ere you commit yourself to the siege, you should know what it is you are tasked with defending. Beyond the gates of judgment lie the steps of faith, a great bridge of stone that leads directly to the city of Ishgard. More than simply a means to cross the Sea of Clouds, the bridge serves as a foundation for the arcane wards that form the barrier we call Danafin's Collar. Alas, in dispelling the barrier's outermost layer, that thrice-damned witch Iceheart stripped the bridge of its protection, and thus are the dragons now able to land unhindered upon the steps of faith. Should the Dravanians succeed in destroying the remainders of the wards, the winged devils will be free to swarm within the city itself. Needless to say, we cannot suffer that to happen. It shall be our task as defenders to prevent any harm from coming to those parts of the bridge wherein the wards are sealed. 3 yet remain, and we have dispatched our forces accordingly. I would ask you and your comrades to accompany our defenders at the outermost ward. I should hope that includes us as well, yes? Ooh, that made me dizzy. The scions of the Seventh Dawn. We could not well stand idly by while the Horde threatens the good people of Ishgard. Indeed, to do otherwise would go against all that Master Leosois has taught us. As for where we may be of most assistance, I think it prudent we divide into 2 groups. Ida and I will join the rear guard. Right. If the dragon should reach us, we'll be sure to give them what for. Thank you, all of you. Pray speak with me again when your preparations are complete, and together we shall stand against the Horde. I trust you are ready then. Good. Come, let us make for the battlefield. Just telling Glenn, thanks. I gotta do this one solo. Is that Nidhogg? We claim victory this day, or Ishgard falls. Accept the fury into your heart and defend this bridge with your life's blood. Steady now. Let not a single dragon pass. Oh, I can hear voice lines from the Scions to my sides. Holy moly. Oh, sheesh. Oh, shit. What the? Everyone fall back. Fall back now. Your feet. I'm gonna sprint. Should be good. Yeah, arm's length for the win. Oh my gosh. This hop is the name. Camera, so you can, I have the camera panned all the way up. You still can't see. Who's everybody fighting? Let's stand right here. Ooh, ward's gone. First ward has been breached. Fall back and regroup. The battle is not yet lost. And they're well a ways. I see Ida over there. Oh shit. Papilima says, they mean to defeat us with sheer numbers then. Ida says, well, it's a good thing I can't count. Love her so much. I love her so much. I need to find me Anita, because honestly, same soul. Everybody's on this guy. Oh, nice. Who did that? Arm's length again. We must defeat their champion at all costs. Think we're doing, lady? So you're definitely hitting the wards. Barrier strength is at 100. Oh boy. Okay, now it's dropping. Ooh, it's dropping fast. No, it's gone. The second ward has fallen. All back. There's nothing left to be done here. I almost died. A lot of draglings. Hold your ground. Should this barrier fall, Ishgard will be awash in flame. Length once more. Hold nothing back. Our enemy is not within weakness. Keep it up. Ooh, the barrier's at 5. Barrier's at 5. I repeat, barrier's at 5. The final ward is weakened. Hurry, we must end this now. Oh, that barrier's done for. Surprised it's still up. We are the shield that keeps the holy sea. Even if it should cost us everything, they cannot be suffered to pass. Is that Lucia? Shit, it is. Look at that. Look at that passage of arms, I think it's called. That's sick. Knight's Resolve. Oh, they're just taking it. They're just taking it. I don't know if I have enough damage. Gonna have to. Should be okay. Got the Dragoons with me. Oh, buddy. That's cool. That is cool. The dragons. They are withdrawing. Victory is ours. One of Nidhogg's greatest champions, slain. The Horde will not soon recover from this blow. But what of you, Nidhogg? Why did you not join your minions and make of this battle a slaughter? Have you grown so fond of the stench of your lair? Mayhap you prefer to have your allies fight your battles for you. You have a girl to do your bidding now, do you not? No matter. I shall slay Iceheart and all the rest. But I yearn to spill the blood of a great worm, Nidhogg, and only your death will sate my lance. They just be jumping. MSQ. The dragons are routed. Lest you wonder, the fighting at the Steel Vigil was also fierce, but my Crystal Braves were not found. I hate that he calls it his Crystal Braves. My Crystal Braves. Like, I get it. 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 I 100% get it. I understand how it's his pride and everything. It's just... he's just still very pompous. Commander Louvier, MSQ. True to your word, you arrived to aid us in our hour of need. On behalf of the Holy See and the people of Ishgard, I offer you my humble thanks. Though I would stay and lavish you with well-deserved praise, I fear I must away to oversee the aftermath of the siege. Not all the dragons are fled, and there are yet wounded to be carried from the field. Pray let us meet anon, that I might express my thanks with the proper courtesy. We have indeed achieved a victory of singular importance. With the Dravanian horde thus weakened and scattered, the threat to Ishgard has been greatly diminished. And, mayhap equally significant, the Holy See must now recognize the necessity of cooperation with foreign powers. Long have they barred their gates against the outside world, but I am confident that the day will soon come when Ishgard proclaims itself a member of the Orsian Alliance once more. Much have we sacrificed in our struggles against dragons and primals, the Ascians and the Empire, but step by unfaltering step we march ever nearer to our goal. And, as ever, the journey is made with you in the van. Victory you have won this day gives us greater hope for the morrow. 'Tis a hope that shall sustain us in the days to come and bear us past the many evils that yet seek to hinder our progress. Yes, we have done well, my friend, and I, for one, would take a moment to savor the enormity of our achievement. Demands of duty, however, allow me little time for levity. I must accompany Captain Obert back to Old Da and reassign those braves whose squads suffered heavy losses. You, my friend, have earned a rest at the Rising Stones. Pray return to Revenant's Toll and share your tale with Minfilia in person. We will see to informing the other nations of what took place here. Do be sure to give our regards to Minfilia. We'll see you in the solar. MSQ, welcome back. Alphanode sent word of the siege and, of course, of the role you played in ending it. Your deeds never cease to amaze me. Thank you. Neither do your rewards. You must be weary. Now may very well be your only chance to... Yep, we're not resting. Antecedent! Hello. She's so cute. A messenger from Ul'dah arrived with a missive for you. The royal seal. Curious indeed. An invitation. On behalf of the Council of the Eorzean Alliance, Her Royal Majesty Nanamo Ul'Namo invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to attend a feast at the Royal Palace of Ul'dah in honor of Ishgard's recent victory. It would seem we are to be recognized for our part in lifting the siege. You, for your valiant efforts as commander of the adventurers contingent, and the Archons for their earnest attempts to rouse the city-states. Truly, I find it strange the Alliance leaders should think themselves deserving of a place at such a celebration. All three refused to deploy their standing armies, preferring to send hastily assembled companies of sellswords, many of whom perished ere the siege began. Are they truly so brazen as to seek to share in the glory of your triumph? But mayhap they simply seek a pretext to meet with the Ishgardians while the mood is yet jubilant. Such an occasion would present a fine opportunity to press for Ishgard's return to the Alliance. We have scarce had time to mourn Moon Brinda, and I, for one, am in no mood to carouse. But I suppose we must put away our grief for the good of the realm. Though you were promised rest, I fear I must insist that you also attend. It would be a strange celebration indeed if the victorious hero were not present. Pray content yourself with the thought that such occasions may bring about momentous change, and this without recourse to bloodshed. Tataru, if you would do me the favor of contacting the rest of the Scions. Of course! And please let me know if there's anything else I can do. Curious. I've never known Tataru to sigh at such requests. It ought be amiss. Hey, that does it for this block. We'll see you in the next one. And again, thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. We'll see you.